With Studio Ghibli having their fest for 2023, I took the opportunity to see Princess Mononoke, which was the first movie from the anime movie company to receive a PG-13 rating. It's also the only animated PG-13 movie I saw in theaters, because I heard it was that great for so long. Now let's see if I consider it worthy of being in the pack, or if it was a curse that never should have seen the light of day. Before I begin, I'll have you know that it's always very important that I put up a spoiler alert so I don't do any harm, whether it's intentional or not. No matter if you ride a wolf, a boar, or an elk, hop on it and hold tight, for the journey is indeed a long road. Hey, I'm Owen, the fiction fanboy, and here's my review on Princess Mononoke. Our tale starts with narration stating what'll happen in the beginning. Ashitaka, the last Emishi prince, warns 3 girls to return to the village while riding his red elk Yakul, for a demon that had possessed the giant boar god Nago was coming. During the fight, the demon placed a curse on Ashitaka's right arm, which is an iron ball as the elders show later on. The boar god died, but the demon still lives. And hearing from the elders that his fate can't be changed, Ashitaka had to accept banishment from his village until he finds a cure. Before he left, his little sister, Kaya, at least that's what she's referred to as in the English dub, gave him a small crystal dagger so he'd remember her, and she had bid him farewell. Ashitaka has traveled really far, and with the curse's strength, he killed 2 soldiers, met Jiboko, who helped him out while doing some harm to others, as well as chatted with him, and reached a forest filled with animal gods. Not before Lady Eboshi, leader of Irontown, and her men went wolf hunting, though. Moro is the wolf god, San is a human girl raised by wolves and fights alongside the wolves, and the forest spirit, with some people calling it the god of life and death, shaped like a deer in the daylight, yet a large shadowy nightwalker at nightfall. Ashitaka saved a guard and an ox driver, yet they were freaked out by the tree spirits known as Komada, and they made their way to Irontown. Throughout his visit, Ashitaka tells the townsfolk of his reason for his adventure, gets a glimpse of the weapons Eboshi has been making for her various battles with the animals, and even felt bad for the many women doing labor work that he stepped up to show them how it's done. San and her wolves came back to do another attack on Irontown, and whether he liked it or not, Ashitaka had to fight as well, regardless of whose side he's on, no matter how much damage he might do, even if it's nobody's side except his own. In the middle of the conflict, Ashitaka shows that his curse grows more and more as both sides continue to fight one another. In order to keep things at peace, albeit very temporarily, Ashitaka left Irontown with San in his grasp and took her back to the forest. Along the way there, however, Ashitaka was injured, and San was going to kill him herself, but stopped when he told her she was beautiful, and the ape gods intervened by wanting to eat him, because the less humans there are, the more safe the forest is, by their point of view. San told them that the man is hers, and that his kind tried to kill him, so the ape gods left. She then took him to the waters in the forest for her intervention, and while Ashitaka's wounds were healed, his curse sadly was still inside him. But the boar gods came among the wolf gods, and the former were mad that the forest spirit saved Ashitaka, but not Nago. Despite Ashitaka telling boar god Akato that and why he did it, the human was told to leave the forest and Akato would kill him if he came back. Meanwhile, Lady Eboshi and the hunters of Irontown were preparing to shoot the forest spirit so she could give his head to the Emperor, who promised Irontown legal protection against daimyos craving the town's prosperity. On Ashitaka's last night at the forest, Moro tells the former prince that she found San being discarded by her parents who were attacking the forest, and she said if the forest died, so would San, since the humans were preparing for their final battle. Moro also told Ashitaka to leave at sunrise, and if he returned, she'd kill him, like Akoto said as well. So he did what he had to, but before doing just that, he gave a wolf god the crystal dagger so they could give it to San. Ashitaka reached Irontown again, continuing combat, whereas the hunters disguised themselves as boar gods using their dead skins to trick Akoto into summoning the forest spirit, getting possessed by the demon and taking San in the process. Moro aided Ashitaka in saving San, yet both Moro and Akoto died, and to make matters even worse, Lady Eboshi successfully shot the forest spirit's head off during his transformation state, covering and destroying the land in black ooze. Jiko had the forest spirit's head in a pot, yet as more of the land and people were getting harmed, he helped Ashitaka and San give the forest spirit his head back. The land was saved, Ashitaka didn't have the curse on him anymore, San still never would forgive the humans for their troubles. Ashitaka went back to Irontown vowing to visit San in the forest whenever possible, and Lady Eboshi chose to improve Irontown both on the outside and inside due to seeing San's kindness. This was an excellent flick. The animation was great, even for something released in 1997. I also admire the voice acting, the amount of gore to show how Studio Ghibli was taking their PG-13 rating seriously. Children surely shouldn't be around for that stuff. The action is thrilling, there were some sad moments that hit me, and the theme of how hatred causes destruction is nice, especially since not just kids need to learn that. My only tiny drawbacks are that the hatred goes a bit overboard, as well as some of the actions or phrases characters say to one another. Nevertheless, they didn't ruin the film, not by a long shot. Princess Mononoke is an experience I strongly recommend for all anime fans from every generation. Thus, I will be giving it 4 3/4 out of 5 stars. I was glad to have seen it on the big screen as a part of Ghibli's Fest this year, especially how I couldn't have done so when it was released way back then. And I indeed anticipate viewing more projects the Japanese company has made, past, present, and future. They truly are, without a single doubt, strong. Want the fiction to spread? Then please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Don't forget to also comment below and follow me on Instagram for teasers and thumbnail previews of future YouTube videos. Thanks for watching, look forward to seeing you again, and have a good night-o!